Save some ladies for the rest of us. Not a lot of protective gear for someone who falls off a hell of a lot.
Made a campsite. We've had a swim. It was delightful. We've had a beer. Now we're off to find a sunset, a romantic location, so that we can record the video for you tonight.
Alright, good evening. We're coming to you from Stokes Hill Lookout in the Flinders Ranges.
Live, with action unfolding.
We've got a few things on the boil at the moment.
Well done.
Figuratively and metaphorically. One is we're watching the sunset over the Flinders.
And literally.
Yep. And figuratively. Now I have to come up with a metaphor to I might slip up.
It's coming. Don't worry.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So we've got sun setting over the Flinders Ranges. Zeb's getting photos of that, which we
those.
can cue at some point now.
Yeah.
We've got a Dahl on the boil. There is a tour guide bus situation going on behind us. You can probably hear some of that happening.
It's all right. I've taken a picture of them.
We are yet to upload the video from yesterday, and so you won't get these till tomorrow, so apologies for the delay. And
here we go. There's a bit of
what's going on here?
videoception, so they'll be able to see us recording that.
Great.
It's quality content.
Alright, so today, big day today. I know we say that a lot, but we started at Paul Lincoln National Park. We were up at 5:30, off on the bikes by 6:30 before breakfast in order to get a few admin things done in Port Lincoln, tyres, post some items, get breakfast, buy some chain lube, a couple of items, and we got out of there, Zebedee, what time?
10:45.
About, was it that late?
Yeah, it was actually
right. 10:45, and then we had about 500 or 600 k's ahead of us. So we drove today up the eastern side of the Eyre Peninsula, through Cowell, then Whyalla, Port Augusta, and then up. So coastline to start with was pretty standard. It was a bit more interesting, I thought, than the western side. A few more gullies and gorges. Not much going on. Went through Whyalla, saw the big plant there. It wasn't clear to me if it was steel in operation.
Oh, I thought you meant like a tree of some description.
Zeb will get that later. Don't worry about it. You guys will get it.
I understood. Thank you.
Okay.
Carry on.
I still don't know if he's got it. And
You
then
got that metaphor coming yet?
no, working on it.
Yeah, okay.
And then coastline stayed pretty similar until Port Augusta, and then after Port Augusta, which is the tip of the body of water, there's probably a name for that that we could have researched, and then heading northeast after that, it immediately changed after Port Augusta.
Yeah.
The dirt turned red. There was mountain ranges on the skyline, and olden days like train tracks.
Yeah, we went from kind of a backwater town suddenly into the Australian outback is what it felt like.
But also it felt like we'd stepped into a western.
Yeah.
Really
in
old
Australia.
train stations. Yeah, really old train stations, old architecture.
People getting tied to train tracks, as Josh suggested.
It would have added to the scene.
Yeah.
So that was really cool, being in the outback, and then we headed through up past Hawker. Zeb had a close interaction with an emu.
Yeah, birds want to go me. All kinds of birds.
A few kangaroo. I won't talk about the ones behind the camera right now.
They want to go me too, mate.
Okay, we'll move on. We just attracted some attention. And then headed slowly through Hawker into Flinders Ranges. We took it pretty slow. Heaps of kangaroos just chilling out in the shade. It was hot, really hot today. I think it got to 38 degrees. I saw in my.
And on top of the black top, it was toasty.
Yeah, very much so. So we arrived at the Wilpena Pound campground.
Yep.
About 5:30, I think. We stopped at a few lookouts along the way.
Yeah.
And then found a campground and got in the pool pretty quickly. Yeah. Which was much needed. So that was great.
Delightful. Absolutely delightful. Yeah.
Chatted to a very cool German lady.
Charismatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very self-assured, kind of older German lady. She was quite impressive, travelling around Australia by herself in a four-wheel drive.
Doing the trip that her and her late husband had planned to do.
Yeah.
Before he passed away, and it was a promise that she made to him that she'd do it. She's now spending 3 months four-wheel driving into pretty remote areas.
At a track.
Yeah.
Other places like
throughout
that.
Australia. It was really great. A little inspiring, actually.
It was, very much.
Yeah. An uplifting engagement for the end of the day.
If you die of cancer, I'll finish this trip. I'll go
Thanks,
to
mate.
Canberra.
Thanks. What if I die on train tracks? If I die on train tracks, I get strapped to train tracks.
Or by emus.
You're
on your own.
Be suspicious.
And then... That's
Also,
about it.
side note, I just want to, once again, the
Yeah.
sunset that is happening, which you can't see at the moment, we'll turn it around in a moment, but is really quite stunning.
Literally a kangaroo jumping across the ridge line in front of the sunset. I wish I had my phone to take a photo of the thing.
Gone now.
Actually, pretty exciting. This is going to be our first location where we're spending 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
So we can have some downtime. We're pretty keen not to pack up the tent tomorrow morning.
Yep.
And I think, again, it's going to be 40 or 41 degrees tomorrow here. So I think we'll be in for an early morning.
Yeah.
Do a lap of a few of the key points at Flinders Ranges. Maybe do a station, pay to go into one of the stations and do there. I think we might do Skytrek if you're familiar. It's about 80 kilometres through one of the stations, kind of riverbeds. That's one of the other things today I thought was lovely, was all of the red river gums in amongst the dry riverbeds.
Yeah.
Huge, big river gums.
Yeah. And how barren it was everywhere, except
Yeah.
there, then you had these just little areas where
Yeah.
plants could actually thrive. Yeah, it was great.
So it was actually, apart from the heat, quite enjoyable despite the big day and early morning. I think we got through that okay. I think 2 coffees kind of got us through.
Just.
Yeah. And then...
It was a long day in the saddle, and both of our rear ends are aware of it.
That's true. So yeah, I think that's probably about it, really. Anything else to report today? We got the bikes fixed up a little bit. That's exciting. So I think we'll give them a freshen up probably in some downtime tomorrow, or once we get to Clear Valley, which is the next stop, in a couple of days' time.
Yeah. All right, you want to see the sunset?
Yeah, go Sean. Don't look at the dial yet.
All right, here we go, guys. Once again, camera does not do it justice, but it is... Hey? Oh, Josh wants me to hit the zoomies for you. Yeah, camera doesn't do it justice, but it is absolutely stunning here. I should try and keep it still, shouldn't I? This is the landscape where we're currently perched atop. I'll unzoom you because that's just way too close. That's Joshua's face. Yeah, here we are, the Flinders Ranges.
All right, 6:30 in the morning. We've gotten up early, packed up, haven't had breakfast yet, just to get into Port Lincoln and start the admin day. We've got a big list of things to get through this morning before we get on the road and do another 500 k's or so. 11 degrees. Heated hand grips are on. Just like that. Turn is red. And there's mountains on the horizon. There you go. Just like that, we're in the outback. Port Augusta. Didn't expect a river here. There's some nice houses over there, overlooking a very mining kind of truck, terrain. What a hot town. Hot, 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 hot. Peeled. Get in front of the ACP tour bus, but Zebedee was moving slower than Beverly with a double hip replacement. Which, by the way, these are the old birds that were checking Zebedee out.